posted last week. There are almost 300 comments on that video, so I'm just going to jump right into it and answer as many as I can. I'm going to be looking on my phone, which will be right next to me in case you're wondering where I'm looking, but I'm pretty sure you can guess that I'm reading your questions. From what I can tell, just skimming through, a lot of them are repeats. So, yeah, if two people have the same question, it'll get answered either way. So, I'm not sure what order these are in, but I will read the names of the people that I am answering. So, Before I Dream has 3 questions. What is your nighttime routine? So on a regular night when I don't film, like tonight, my night routine is usually do homework until I can't do it anymore or I don't have anything else to do, and then I will shower, and then depending on the time I will watch an episode or 2 of whatever show I'm keeping up with at the time, and then I will just slip into bed and watch ASMR videos until I fall asleep. What did you want to be when you grow up? When you were growing up? A lot of things, but I think I wanted to be a vet when I was in elementary school because I loved animals. I still do, but yeah, I think I wanted to be a vet for a couple years. Who are you gonna vote for? I saw a couple of political questions on here. I'm just gonna leave those alone. This is not the place for politics. But thank you for your questions. SQL asks, what are next week's lottery numbers? Thanks in advance. If I knew, I would maybe help you out, but I don't know. I could make up numbers, but that wouldn't really help anybody, so I don't know. Grant Mawan. Sorry. What are your top 3 favorite music genres? Probably the basic pop genre. I like a little bit of R&B, and I like a little bit of country, even though people make fun of me for it. Zeron exclamation point asks, if I said that I could give you all the power you wanted on a scale of 1 to 20, 1 being as you are now, and 20 being God status, what number would you pick? That is a very original question. A scale of 1 to 20. 5. I don't want that much power. Casey Younglove asks, what are you studying in school? I am studying communications and media studies, and I am concentrating on more of the production and technology side of things, like editing and things like that. That's just a very basic description of what I'm studying. And she has 2 more questions. What was your first experience with ASMR? This question was asked a lot, actually. My first experience was when I was about 4 or 5, maybe even younger. And I would sleep over my aunt's house occasionally. And she would whisper any made-up story that she could think of in my ear, and close to my ear, and I remember how strong I felt a tingling feeling. I haven't felt it that strong since I was little, but I remember what it felt like. And obviously, I had no idea what it was back then. Nobody did in my family. But yeah, that's my first memory of it, I think, and I loved it. As soon as we would get in bed, I would say, okay, whisper. She still makes fun of me to this day. I'm gonna say right now, it's really late, and I don't really know how to talk right now. Favorite ASM artists. Everyone says I can't pick favorites, and it's true, but I have a list of my favorites. Gentle Whispering is on everybody's favorite list. ASMR requests, the UK ASMR, the ASMR Gamer, Savannah's Voice. There's so many. Sassy Snacks, Aunt Jemima ASMR, who he doesn't really make videos anymore, but he needs to come back. And there's a whole list, but it's impossible for me to name them all right now, but those are just a few that really stand out to me right now. Jason Owen asks, what are the 3 yummiest things you know how to cook? Like people say, oh dude, have you tried her blank? It's the bomb dizzle. The 3 most delicious things I make. Okay, my homemade garlic mashed potatoes, my homemade baked macaroni and cheese, and probably that dessert that I showed you guys how to make a few weeks ago, about a month ago. Everyone really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. That thing was amazing. So yeah, those are the 3 things, I think. Speaking of the ASMR Gamer, what's up, Ben? He says, do you see yourself doing ASMR in the next 5 years? Yeah, absolutely. 5 years, I'll be 24. I plan on doing ASMR for as long as I can. Obviously I know as I get older, life is gonna get busier, and, I'll be going on to new things, hopefully. But for as long as I can, and if that's maybe 5, 10 years, who knows, I want to do it for as long as I can, because I really enjoy being a part of this community. So, okay, Ramon Benito Ruperez has 2 questions. Have you ever been to Spain? No, but I want to go. I'd love to go. And do you plan on using medical latex / rubber gloves in your videos? Yeah, I have an ear exam roleplay planned. I've sat down to film it before, and it just hasn't worked out. Eventually, I will get it out. It's just there's a lot of preparation that goes into roleplays. I haven't made one in a while, so I kind of forgot about all the preparation. But yeah, I'll definitely incorporate some of those sounds into that roleplay, for sure. Kaylin Johnson says, can you do monster facts, mythical creature facts? Maybe around Halloween. That's a good idea, instead of just a regular Halloween facts video. I could do that. Good idea. Jamie Mooney asks, what made you become an ASMR YouTuber? I think, I've said it before, I think I just fell so in love with the ASMR community. I've been watching ASMR videos for 5-6 years now, like religiously, like every day, and it just became such a huge part of my life, and I felt like I knew the people that I was watching, and I saw how they interacted with each other and how they interacted with their viewers. So it was not only that I wanted to give something back to the community, but more that I just wanted to somehow become a part of it more than just being a viewer. So, yeah. Okay. JMac24 asks, what sound will instantly put you in a good mood no matter when or where you hear it? Probably the sounds of, like, my family. Like, you know, when you're in one room, but you can hear your family in another room, and they're all, like, laughing and talking, and in my family's case, singing. Yeah, that instantly makes me happy. My family is the bomb. Tony Sereda basically has the same question as the ASMR gamer. The only difference is his last question is, what is your set goal to achieve by making ASMR videos? I don't know if I have a set goal. I guess my goal is just to help as many people as possible, and whatever happens along the way happens. Margie Handler asks, what's your major in school? Okay. Jeffrey Gates asks, what is your biggest fear? If we're talking small stuff, insects. If we're getting deep, I've always had a fear of disappointing people, friends, family. Yeah. Michelle Scott asks, do you believe in God? Yeah, absolutely. I won't go into too much detail here, but I think I've mentioned before how my church is a huge part of my life, and I've met people that are like my family at my church. It's like one of my favorite places ever. So yeah, absolutely. Okay. MJB9995 asks, what was your favorite thing to study in school, either high school or college? I always liked writing classes. Not so much in college because the writing is a lot harder, but in high school and even middle school, all the creative writing classes where there's really no structure, you can just kind of write and express yourself. I always liked that, and my teachers always told me that I was a decent writer, so I enjoyed those classes. Corio asks, what's your biggest pet peeve? Okay, so again, a small thing would be like someone sitting next to me or behind me chewing their gum like a cow. And a bigger thing would be like people who lie, like people who lie to your face and like don't feel bad about it, or when someone says that they're gonna do something or that something is gonna happen and then it doesn't happen, or they just don't follow through on what they say. Irritates me. I don't like, if you don't know for sure that something's gonna happen, don't promise it to people because it just leaves room for disappointment. Almighty Charlie asks, what is your favorite foreign food and what country would you like to visit? I have recently really got into Thai food. I went to a Thai food restaurant for the first time about 3 weeks ago. And it was really, really, really good. And what country would I like to visit? All of them. I want to go everywhere. But I feel like I should say Italy because I have so much family in Italy. So many family members YouTubers that I haven't met, but they all know me, and my family, sends pictures over and things like that, and I feel like at some point I have to meet them. So yeah, that would probably be number one on my list. But there are so many places that I want to see. Adam Corvick asks, what is your current favorite trigger? Whispering will always be my main trigger. I am like as simple as it gets when it comes to ASMR. Like, I love role plays and things like that just to watch, but they don't trigger my ASMR really ever. I am more of just like a whispering girl, whether it's rambling or reading. Nice up close, soft whispering. That's usually my go-to, and I think that's why I do so many whispering videos, just because that's usually what I prefer. But Kyle Monaghan asks, what is your height? I am 5'6". I don't know what that is in other measurements, but I'm 5 feet 6 inches. Austin Henning asks, where do you live? That's a secret. If you could live anywhere, where would it be? Anywhere. There's so many choices. Australia. That's one of the places I really want to visit, so I'm just gonna say Australia. Alma Coral asks, how old are you? I am 19 years old. I'll be 20 in 2 months. Red Hood asks, who's your favorite actor? Channing Tatum will always have a very special place in my heart. I have loved that man since I was like 10, ever since She's the Man with Amanda Bynes came out. I've had so much love for that man. He is absolutely beautiful, and he's become actually a really, really good actor. He was always good, but I think as the years go on, he just gets better and better. So, probably Channing Tatum. I have this one hair in my face. I don't know if you can see it. It is driving me crazy. Okay, it's gonna have to stay there. I can't find it. Daniel asks, what is your favorite childhood memory? Probably just going on vacations with family, even the smallest vacations, just whenever my family was all together. Yeah, whether it was a trip to the beach or a trip to another state or whatever. Yeah. Daniel Tone asks, can you make custom ASMR videos, and would you do a live Skype? Okay, so I've gotten a few questions about custom ASMR videos because I know that a lot of other ASMR artists do that. At this point in time, it's just not something I can do time-wise. I have a lot going on. So that would just be another thing for me to take on. As for live Skype, again, it wouldn't be individual, but I really want to do a live stream sometime really soon on YouTube. I think that would be really, really fun. I like watching other people's live streams. So within the next couple of months, month or two, I'm gonna try to do a live stream. Rosie Brennan asks, have you ever broken the law? Yeah. What's your favorite non-alcoholic drink? A virgin strawberry daiquiri. If it's non-alcoholic. And any summer, just working, yeah, just making some money, making a lot of YouTube videos. That's like a goal of mine this summer. Eileen Peemans, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, these names, I'm butchering them so bad. What is the weirdest thing you've ever done? Sorry, I have this hair in my face and it's bugging me. The weirdest thing I've ever done. Probably when I dance around my house when no one's home. But I feel like that's not weird because I know everybody does it. And they just won't admit it. ER Sanchez 805 asks, if you could meet somebody famous, who would it be? It would be Nick Jonas, and I'm not even ashamed to say that. He's another one. I've been in love with that guy since I was like 11 or 12. He is just beautiful. He is talented. He's beautiful. Yeah. Channing Tatum and Nick Jonas. I want to meet both. Sorry, I can't pick one. Hamilton Delaney asks, if you were traveling in a hot air balloon with your husband and suddenly there was an emergency, would you throw yourself out to save him? I mean, I don't see how throwing myself out would save him, but if it was a matter of like having to do that in order to save his life, I'd like to think I would. I hope I'm never in that situation though. That's a very specific question. Dennis Vazano asks, how did you get into ASMR? So I shared my first experiences, and then one day when I was 11 or 12, I, for some reason, typed whispering into YouTube. I don't know why, I don't know what I was expecting to find, but I came across like behind the scenes footage for the show Big Brother, and it was like the people on the show behind the scenes whispering to each other and sharing secrets and strategies and things like that, and the microphones that they wore picked up their whispering, and I found it so relaxing. I got the tingles, and I watched those for a few months. I think I even downloaded them onto my iPod or something, and then I'm guessing in like the related videos on the side, I came across gentle whisperings, physical therapy, roleplay where she was wearing the Thumper shirt from years ago. I came across that, and then I guess I just found more ASMR videos through that video, and I got hooked, and here I am. Juliana Nunez asks, if you could have dinner with anyone in the world, dead or alive, who would it be, and what would you want to eat? I would want to have a meal with my grandma. My grandma died before I was born. She's the only grandparent that I didn't meet, and from what I hear from everyone, family, close friends, she was an amazing woman, and I wish I could have met her. So I would love to sit down and eat with her. And as for what we would eat, maybe a homemade Puerto Rican meal that she would make. So yeah. Alexis Cardenas asks, what's better, tie-dye or paint splatters? I like tie-dye better. I think tie-dye is cool. Mike Frank 21 asks, do you think of yourself as a strict pet parent or a chill pet parent? I would be more of a chill pet parent, I think. Me and Maya, my dog, we have like a mutual understanding where it's like, if she's not in the mood, I'll leave her alone. If she's in the mood and wants to something, I'll welcome it. But it's like, I know her so well that I can tell when she's not in the mood. So we just have an unspoken understanding where it's like, you stay over there, I'll stay over here, and everybody's happy. So we're chill. Lovely Mimi asks, or says, your normal voice is so nice. Thank you. So wouldn't you make a vlog? I know you guys find it distracting when I edit things out, but that needs to be edited out. Wouldn't I make a vlog? So I got this question a few times in here, actually, asking whether I would make a separate vlogging or lifestyle channel, which is really surprising to me because I don't think of myself as being relatively interesting, which sounds bad, but I've just never thought of that. But the more I think about it, the more I want to do it, and I think I will. Just not right now, at least maybe towards the end of the summer. I don't know, I just kind of want to focus on this channel a bit more, build a solid foundation. Well, we have a solid foundation, but I'd like to grow it a little bit more and put all of my attention on this channel, and then in the future we'll see what happens. But on that note, if you do want me to make a separate channel, or you think that that would be fun, let me know what you would want to see on that channel, like whether you would want just like a lifestyle thing. I'm nowhere near good enough with makeup to do those kinds of videos, so probably not that, but like I could do, I don't know, some challenges or like lifestyle tips. I'd probably do a lot of vlogs, probably like a lot of behind the scenes stuff, as far as filming goes. So yeah, give me some ideas. I think it'd be fun. I just need to have the time to do it. Ludovic Jusa, I said that wrong, I'm sorry. I don't know how to say their name, but what is your favorite TV show? Dancing with the Stars. Do you speak another language? So I studied Italian for 6 years throughout middle school and high school. I understand it completely. Like if my family were to be having a conversation in Italian, or when my grandmother speaks to me in Italian, I completely understand every word. As far as speaking it, I'm not that great. I was better, obviously, when I was in high school and I was studying it. But I guess I could carry a little conversation. And I studied Spanish for 2 years in college. I actually just took my final the other day, so I'm officially done with Spanish forever. And so I understand a bit of that too, because I studied it, and I studied a lot of it. But I wouldn't say I'm fluent in either Italian or Spanish, but I understand it. So, Richard Othout, what was your dream when you were little, and what do you want to do with life now? So I guess that answers like the vet question before that I said. And what do you want to do with life now? I just want to have a job that I enjoy going to every day, that doesn't feel like work, and that I'm happy to say that I work there. And really just, I think, what everybody wants, just to be happy and successful, and just, you know, eventually start a family and the whole thing. Pretty standard goals, I think. Awesome15150 IFY asks, what are some of your favorite musical artists? So I like so many different types Satisfaction. So I'm just gonna name a whole bunch. So I said those two. The Beatles, Lionel Richie, George Michael, the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Boyz II Men, Nick Jonas, obviously. I like Demi Lovato, Donna Summer, Whitney Houston, Tina Turner. I like Meghan Trainor sometimes. I'm all over the place. But I mentioned a lot of like old people, older music that I like. And then all of the pop stuff as well. Reefy Rare Vids asks, what's your favorite Pringle flavor? Sour cream and onion, all day, every day. Angel slash Sedating asks, what are your plans for the future? For example, where do you see yourself in 1 to 3 years from today? So the next 2 years I'll still be in college. Hopefully I'll be working or doing some sort of internships or something like that. And then I haven't decided whether I want to get my master's degree yet, because in my field it's not really necessary, but I haven't decided yet. So hopefully by the 3rd year I will kind of have an idea of where I'll be working and just kind of have a steady job. Hopefully that's every college student's dream. Gamingville Forager asks, what's your favorite movie? She's the Man. That's like a movie that I know every line, and it just never, ever gets old. It's just so funny. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. It's with Amanda Bynes and Channing Tatum. So, JDP97 says, can you wish me a happy birthday? My birthday was yesterday. That means your birthday was a week ago, so happy late birthday, bud. I hope you enjoyed it. Jessica Ramy says, what is your favorite brand of eyeliner? Probably what I'm wearing now. I've been using it for about a month or two, and I've never tried it before. It's the Wet n Wild liquid eyeliner. It stays on pretty much all day, doesn't smudge, and it looks really good, and it's not that hard to put on. Do you prefer waterproof or regular? Probably regular. This is regular. It's just the waterproof is sometimes so hard to take off that I think regular for the most part, yeah. Richie Harrow asks, do you have a boyfriend? No, I do not. MD Rainbows says, do you paint, draw, or do any type of art? Do you want to? Did you ever want to? I'm not very artistic. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I went to like a painting class a few weeks ago. My friend dragged me to one, and it was actually really fun. I enjoyed it. I would do it again, but I'm not that good. My cousins are really artistic. They can draw, they can paint, they can make things. I didn't get that gene. I would love to say that I was artistic, or that I am artistic, but no. Bacon Ecstasy says, what is something about the earth or nature that you find to be the most beautiful? Anywhere by the ocean, or like a sunset over the ocean, where it's nice and windy and the waves are going and the sun is all nice and orange and red, and I think that's beautiful. Whenever I've been on 2 cruises in my life, and that's always been my favorite part, to go out on the balcony and watch the sunset while you're at sea. Beautiful. Shelby S. asks, what other YouTubers do you watch in your free time? So I mentioned the ASMR artists that I watch. artists I watch, very few. Shane Dawson, Tyler Oakley, Trisha Paytas, what's her name? Angela Lanter. I think her channel name is Hello Gorgeous. I love her because I love her husband, who is an actor. But yeah, that's it. I don't watch too many regular YouTubers. What is your favorite 80s band or artist? That's a question from Toaster Guy. 80s. I'm really bad with decades. Is Donna Summer 80s? She might be 90s. I think she's 90s. I'm really bad with putting people in decades. I don't know. I'm not even gonna try because I don't want to embarrass myself. Fireville1 asks, what was the last concert or sports event you went to? The last concert I went to was at my school, actually, 2 weeks ago. We had artists go to different universities and things like that. We had a concert on the 30th of April, I think, and it was a good time. Okay, answered that. Elite Kalia 29 asks, why is it a larger percentage of women making ASMR videos than men? So they just want me to give me my thoughts on that. I don't know. I don't want to speak for men, but maybe some men feel uncomfortable sitting in front of a camera and whispering. I don't know, that could be part of it. Women usually have a more nurturing and gentle kind of persona, so that could be it. But I'm not sure. ASMR fan asks, what's your favorite movie that you've seen recently? I saw My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2 a little while ago, and it was really good. It brought back memories of watching the first one when I was younger. Would you rather get hit by a tranquilizer dart or a taser? Probably the dart, so I could just be knocked out and be fine. I think that's a little less painless. Isaac Kutna asks again, where do you live? I live in the United States. Would you rather live in a suburb house or a lake house? Probably a suburb house. If you had to choose a place to visit, where would it be and why? Italy, like I said before. Anti-folder says, without specifics, what region of the country are you from? On the eastern side. Okay, let's see. Lover in Santiago says, what video of yours are you the most proud of? Probably my personal attention video that I made back in January, I think. It was January, where I did a lot of face brushing and things like that. People really seemed to enjoy that and really found a lot of comfort from that, and that's all I really want to provide when I make these videos. So, yeah, probably that video. Okay. Julio Alvarez has 3 questions. Let's see if I can answer them quickly. Team Captain America or Team Iron Man? Team Iron Man. How many states have you visited? Okay, not that many. Florida, Illinois, Maryland, Jersey, Connecticut. Did I say Michigan? you see yourself in 5 years? I kind of answered that before. Riley K. Boyd asks, will you ever make a P.O. box? If so, can you make an unboxing video? I would love to. My only thing is that I'm really iffy about giving an address. Obviously, it's not my address, but it would be my location, and that just kind of weirds me out a little bit. But I would love to do that, so I'm conflicted. So, I don't know. I'll think about it. Down with the Herman asks if you could write anything to a favorite celebrity or someone who you admire. What would you want to say to them? I would tell Channing Tatum how fabulous he is. The man can dance. He can act. Apparently now he can sing. Like, what can he do? Evasive B asks, do you or have you played any instruments? If yes, which one? And for how long? I played the piano. I don't know how many years I played the piano. I played up until recently, a few years ago, and then I just didn't practice, and so I kind of lost it. I played the violin for 6 years because my grandpa played, like, as a profession. That's what he did. He was a violinist. I started to learn the guitar, but I didn't keep up with it. I want to learn the guitar, though. I just need someone to teach me. Ben Mason says, do you have any tips on studying? Or what do you do to keep up with your schoolwork? How do you keep yourself motivated? I keep myself motivated basically by telling myself that I don't have a choice. I need to have good grades, so that's my motivation. But I just keep myself on track. I like to write things down. I keep a calendar and I write down all my assignments, all my papers, tests. I just really like keeping organized is my biggest thing, and prioritizing, getting things that I really need to get done first. I get those done, I get them out of the way, or I start planning them. I don't like waiting until the day before or the day of to start an assignment when it's due. It just doesn't work out for me, as some people can do that and walk away with an A. I'm just not one of those people. So yeah, just organization and making priorities and knowing that it's going to be worth it at the end. That's like a huge motivation. Stephanie asks, what's your current favorite song? My favorite song will always be Careless Whispers by Wham. Again, people will probably make fun of me for it. That song is like an anthem in my family. Like, when that song comes on, my cousins and I will sing every word, every note. It's a little ridiculous, but it's so good. It's so good. Go listen to it if you have no idea what I'm talking about. Brandon Stump asks, are you a sporty type of person? I am the opposite of a sporty type of person. I was a dancer for years, and that's like as far as I would go if you want to talk about dance being like some sort of athletic activity. But no, sports and we don't get along. Jennifer Guevara asks, where do you work? Well, I'm a full-time student, so during the school year I don't really work. But over the summer I work in the catering business. Ethan Hawken asks if I'm Asian. I'm not, but funny story. I have an aunt who always makes fun of me for being Asian. She'll see like a picture in a magazine of like an Asian child, like a model or whatever, even like an Asian woman, and she'll be like, oh look Sammy, it's you. Because when I was a baby, I looked Asian when I was a baby. I had jet black straight hair. I looked Asian. I did. And now my eyes, people make fun of me because they're small. asks, here's a question. Will you marry me? Ignore the profile picture. That looks like you and a woman, so no. Kyle Messier asks, how many countries have you been to, and which ones? US, Canada, Puerto Rico, Aruba, Dominican Republic, Curacao, Grand Turk. I think that's it. So 8 or 7. A lot of these are repeats, so I'm kind of just... Please don't get mad if I don't answer your specific question, but if I didn't answer it, it's because it was pretty much the same as another question. Santo Luis asks, have you ever been to California? The LA area? No, but I want to so bad. I actually have a friend that's moving out to California soon, I think, and I'm gonna go visit him. I don't know when, but I want to go, and I'm excited. ARL662 asks, what time do you go to bed? It's always different. I've been going to bed really late lately, like 12, 1 in the morning. It's 12:50 right now, so I probably won't be going to bed until like 2. But it's okay. I don't have a final or anything tomorrow, so it's fine. David Romero Osis asks, you're half Latin, half Italian. I know you speak some Italian. Do you find Spanish harder? Will you ever make an ASMR video in Spanish? I don't think I find Spanish harder than Italian. They're actually very, very similar. Yeah, no, I would say they're pretty similar as far as difficulty goes. And yeah, I think I actually am gonna make a Spanish video. A few weeks ago, I received like 3 requests for a Spanish video in one day, and I tweeted about it, and I said, that's probably a sign. So yeah, eventually, I don't know what I'm gonna do, maybe read a story or something. I don't know, but yeah, I'll probably do something in Spanish. Sasha St. Clair asks, what's your shoe size? I am an 8.5 to a 9 in women's US sizes. Allie Hills says, excuse me, bitch, no need to shout. I get it, it's a pitch perfect reference. Because in the video where I was asking for your questions, I was speaking in my normal voice, and so it was a lot louder than what you guys are used to. I got you, Allie. Key Kin asks, do you think a BLT is a breakfast or lunch food? Lunch. Right? Yeah, lunch. Wake the Faith Up asks, what's something you've always wanted to do but haven't had the chance to do yet? Travel. Travel everywhere. Hot Sauce 188 asks, have you become close or good friends with any other ASMR content creators? Kind of. The ASMR gamer, Ben, my boy, we've spoken a few times on like social media and stuff. He's a cool dude. Restful Tingles became a friend. We did a collab together a little while ago, and I think he's back, guys. So go look for his new channel. Who else? I've spoken a little bit to Savannah's Voice. She's still one of my favorite ASMR artists ever. I adore her videos, and I've been watching her for like 3-4 years at this point. I absolutely adore her. Charlie the Lyrical Whispers, once or twice on social media. Sorry. I can't think of anybody else right now, but those are like the main ones, I guess. Bella Swan. Question 1. What's your favorite color? Blue. Have you or do you ever want to visit Laguna Beach? Yes, I want to visit everything, everywhere. And then she asks what my major is, which I answered already. Megan Maloney, favorite type of roleplay? I like the friend roleplays. Those are cool. Bruce Wayne asks, do you like Led Zeppelin? What's your favorite song? I can't say that I am a huge fan, not because I don't like him, just I guess because I don't know the music that well, so not really. Joshy Ryan 1991. Oh, he just says I like your videos, they help me sleep. Shiv Patel says, what is one of your short-term goals? Short-term is to do really well at all my finals. And a long-term goal, I guess what I said before, just to have a steady job that I like and to be successful and happy no matter where I end up. Lauren Hartley, what are your favorite ASMR triggers? I said whispering before. I like hand movements, and I have found that I like face brushing as well. John Gyro Torres Martinez, what kind of music do you listen to? And what is your favorite artist? Greetings from Colombia. That's cool. But yeah, I touched on the music before. I like old stuff, new stuff, a little bit of country, a little bit of R&B, a little bit of pop. Really, a little bit of everything except for rap and like heavy metal. Other than that, I like a little bit of everything. Fausto Malin says, what's your favorite fruit? Watermelon. Lauren Stearns asks, do you want any tattoos? And if you do, what do you want to get? I don't know if I'd ever get tattoos just because I like change, and I really, really don't think that I could have something permanently inked into my skin for the rest of my life. So I don't know about tattoos. Probably not. That's why I like to like get piercings, even though I have 5 piercings. But because you can take those out and change them and stuff. El Chapo asks, if you could interview one person, who could you pick, dead or alive? Michael Jackson. I feel like that would be a very interesting interview. Oakman NZ asks, what are your thoughts on New Zealand? What picture is conjured up in your head when you think about the country? From what I've seen, it's beautiful, I think, isn't it? I don't want to sound stupid. Isn't it like beaches? Right? I don't know. Man. I'm not dumb, I promise. I just can't really think of it right now. But what are my thoughts on the country? I'd love to go. Absolutely. Miranda Sloan, what's a weird and or useless fact that you know? Probably the fact that it takes the same force of biting into a baby carrot that it takes to bite off your pinky finger. I don't know why I know that. I don't know how I know that. I'm never gonna try it to see if it's true or not, but it's a pretty useless fact. Willie Mammoth says, more collaboration videos would be great. How does it duet with Neon Indie Girl or the UK ASMR sound? How does that sound? That sounds amazing. Those are 2 of my... I forgot Neon Indie Girl before. I love her. She is perfect. She is adorable. Her voice is amazing. She is amazing. But as far as a collaboration goes, not sure if that would ever happen. I don't know. But how does it sound? It sounds amazing. I said, I want to travel, and I would not mind traveling there. Seth Angelo has a few questions. Some of them have been asked already. Let's see. What's the most difficult thing about making these kinds of videos? Background noise. I have a street right there. I have neighbors up there, and that way, and that way. And they're very loud, even at 1 in the morning sometimes, which I don't understand. People should be sleeping. But background noise for sure. And I have a dog that likes to walk around, and she makes a lot of noise too. What do you like to do in your free time besides making videos? When I'm in school, I don't have a lot of free time, but I guess just hanging out with friends. That's like, I guess that's what you do in college, right? Michael Moso asks, what is your process in creating an ASMR video? Well, recently, if you couldn't tell, my setup has changed a bit in the last month or so. Okay, here's what I do. I set up my chair that I'm sitting in. I have a light stand that also has my camera on it. My camera is in the middle of my ring light. I have to make sure the camera's charged and I have enough memory on the memory card. Make sure our camera is in focus and that it's aligned. I plug my camera into my laptop, which is sitting to my right, to be able to see what I'm seeing or what the camera is seeing. I need to make sure that I'm in focus and that I'm in frame, because my camera does not have a viewfinder that swings out. So in order for me to see what the camera is seeing, I have to hook up my computer. I have my tripod here with my microphone on it. I have my computer plugged into the outlet behind me because my computer is getting old and it doesn't stay on for more than 10 minutes unless it's plugged in. And I have the ring light plugged to my left, and then I will film it, and then I will put the memory card directly into my computer to start rendering the video because it takes forever for Windows Movie Maker. And I will edit the audio separately, and then I will go in once the videos have been rendered and everything is good, and I will sync the video and the audio and put the different clips together and make it all flow. And then usually I'll leave a video saving overnight because it takes anywhere from 6 to 8 hours, depending on how long the video is. And then when I wake up, it'll be done, and then I'll upload it to YouTube, and I'll schedule it usually for that night. So that's my process, even though it's already 1:30 in the morning, so I have a feeling that I'm going to edit this tomorrow, leave it saving tomorrow night, and then upload this on Wednesday. That's a plan anyway. So it's a long process, and then I gotta break all of this down and unplug everything, and yeah, it's a process. Savannah's voice asked a question. What's your favorite place you've ever been to, and what's your dream destination? My favorite place I've ever been to is probably Curacao. I went this past summer on my cruise with my mom, my aunt, my cousin, and 3 of our friends, and we were in Curacao for like 9 hours, and it was amazing. I don't know why, I just fell in love with it. I definitely want to go back for a longer vacation. And my dream destination is probably Italy, so that I can meet my family. Nadine has 5 questions. My age when I first experienced ASMR for the first time, 4 or 5. My favorite evening meal, anything Italian and homemade. Do you do any sports? No. Do you have a favorite ASMR trigger? Whispering. Are your parents aware of your YouTube account and the fact that I make ASMR videos? Yeah, they're both aware. My dad understands it more than my mom does, just because he experiences it too. He experiences ASMR too. But I think they're both proud of what I do, and that they're proud that this is something that I've done completely on my own, and that so far it's going well, so I'm glad that they know. Olivia1992XX asked, would you ever start another YouTube channel, like about beauty or something? So yeah, I talked about that before. Leave me ideas, and then maybe in the future I will make another channel. Colton Dixon, what's your favorite fast food restaurant? Fast food? I don't really eat fast food. I guess as far as like junk food, I guess my favorite food is pizza. From any pizzeria, really. Okay. Bang Twister, Elvis, or the Beatles? Probably the Beatles. Susurros Poeticos asks, have you ever felt ASMR watching a movie? Yeah, I have actually, and I love that you asked that question. If you have ever seen Matilda, the part of the movie where she is trying to convince her teacher that she has magical powers, and she is trying to tip over the water jar or whatever, the water cup, and she's just staring at it, and she's whispering to herself, and she kind of goes like, see if I can do it. And she goes, come on class, tip over, like over and over again. She just keeps saying that to try to get the class to tip over using her powers. And I remember when I was younger, I would watch it on my computer, and I would find the time marker where she began, and I would just loop it over and over and over, and I would just watch it. And even when I used to watch the movie with people, when that part came on, I would always kind of say like, wait, what did she say? In hopes that they would tell me that I could rewind it. I was a clever child. But yeah, if you've ever seen Matilda, go watch that part, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. Sarah Hunter, who's your favorite character in your favorite TV show? So my favorite TV show is Dancing with the Stars, but there's no character in that really, so I watch Flash and Arrow. I guess I'll pick Flash. It's a CW show, in case you don't know what it is, and my god, what's his name? Are you kidding? Of course, I always know his name, and now Barry's best friend. What's his name? Oh, this is gonna bug me. It's gonna come to me later, and I don't know why. I can't think of it right now. It's Barry, Caitlin, Cisco. That's his name. He is my favorite. He's so funny. Bryce Johnson, what motivates you to do ASMR videos? Probably the reactions that I get after I put up a video, whether it's good comments, people saying how much that it helped, and that's always great to hear, and also constructive criticism too. I like just to get feedback in general. It's really fun interacting with people and hearing what they thought about it. So I always look forward to that. Saul, though, asked, what do you do outside the ASMR community? I'm a student, so that takes up pretty much all of my time. I'm always studying or writing papers. Okay, let's see. Is there a question in here? Do you have any pets? I have a dog, yes. Marco Antonio. I have a dog and a fish. What do I like, making or watching ASMR roleplays? Probably watching, but making them can be fun too. would you ever consider moving to colder climates and marrying a humble yet adorable snowman? And then his profile picture is Olaf from Frozen. Yes. Ryder Guy asks, if olive oil comes from olives and corn oil comes from corn, where does baby oil come from? I mean, I'm just gonna leave that one alone. You could use your imagination with that one. Jack Cooper asks, what's your favorite clothing brand right now? I'm not really huge into brands. I'll kind of just pick up things wherever I go. If I see something I like, I'll pick it up. I'm not, yeah, like I said, I'm not too huge on brands. The only brand that I always get for like jeans, I only wear American Eagle jeans just because I like the way that they fit. I've worn them for years, and I've tried to buy jeans from other places and I just don't, it's just not the same. But other than that brand, it really doesn't matter to me. Snacksy XOXO says, worst injury you've ever had? I've never broken a bone or anything. I fell down the stairs my sophomore year of high school and I sprained my foot and I was on crutches for like 5 days and it was really swollen and purple. But that was it. Relationship status, single. Are you a cat or dog person? Dog person. Weirdest thing about you? My pinky fingers are smaller than average. You can see how small it looks. Let me try to explain this to you. So, the average person, your pinky is supposed to go up to the line on your ring finger. So go ahead, you can check your own hands. Mine goes about halfway up. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. It goes about halfway up. So when my little sister was 2 years old, which was 7 years ago, we had the same size pinky. So I was 12 and she was 2, and we had the same exact pinky size. I have small hands in general, but my pinkies are like freakishly small. They're just, I don't know, they're small. So yeah, that's pretty weird. Okay. Cleto5778 wants to ask how I feel about the ASMR community as a whole, seeing as there are a lot of people who think it's just a sexual thing. Okay, so yeah, basically just about ASMR being seen as a sexual thing. I like what other ASMR artists have said on this topic. You know, anything can be seen as sexual. Anything. Depends on the person and it depends on the situation. ASMR is what you make it. No, it is not intended for sexual purposes. But you know what? Yes, there are certain channels who make it seem like that's what ASMR is. And if that works for their viewers, then it works for their viewers. All I do is just focus on my channel and portray ASMR in the way that I would like it to be portrayed. That's really it. I'm going to do a few more questions because my battery is actually running low, but a lot of them are repeats, I swear. Taylor Carey asks, what nationality are you? I am 50% Italian, 50% Puerto Rican. Ned Bigby, do you ever watch your own videos to give yourself ASMR? No, I don't think anyone really does. It doesn't really work, I guess. Unique X Bullseye asks, have you ever played on any game console like Xbox, PlayStation, etc.? Yeah, Xbox, Wii, PlayStation 2, the old Nintendo system. Yeah. Kiwi Boa 3 Hana asks, can I sing? I can carry a note. I guess it depends on the song, but I would never just get up on stage and start singing in front of people. Anderson has a multi-part question. Top 3 favorite current TV shows: Dancing with the Stars, Flash, Arrow. Do I prefer Marvel or DC? DC. Favorite movie genre? Probably a rom-com. Okay. Last question. I'm gonna end it with this one. JMac24 asks, breakfast or dinner? That's a good question. I just like to eat. Probably dinner. Yeah, I'm not a huge breakfast person. Even during the week, I don't eat breakfast like I should. So yeah, probably dinner. But I think that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for sending me your questions. I know I didn't get to every single one. There were way more than I expected there to be, which makes me so happy. I tried to answer as many as I could. A lot of them were asking the same question. But I'll be doing another one, I'm sure, in the future. And maybe I'll make it like a 2-part sort of thing. That's probably what I should have done for this video. But